Good morning, children. I'm shooting from outdoor. You can see, due to yesterday's heavy rain, the weather is so nice. It's 7:30 a.m. only in the morning. So today we are going to start our second chapter, acids, bases, and salts. Okay. So you can see, I have written on the board, what are acids or what are the characteristics of acids. You can see on the board, acids are sour in taste. You already know that because you have tasted a lemon or you have tasted curd, right? They contain acids. Lemon contains citric acid, curd contains lactic acid, etc. So you know that acids are sour in taste, isn't it? Okay. Now the second characteristic is that it turns an acid turns blue litmus to red color. Okay. And the third characteristic is that acids dissolve in water to release H plus ions. Okay. So when acids are dissolved in water or mixed with water, they can release H plus ions. Okay. See this one. For example, if hydrochloric acid, aqueous. What is aqueous? Hydrogen chloride gas, when dissolves in water, you will get hydrochloric acid, right? Aqueous. So something dissolved in water, we will write aqueous. Okay. So when dissolved in water, what will happen? Soon it will split into two different types of ions. You can see H positive and chloride, hydrogen positive ion and chloride negative ions. Okay. And see another example, nitric acid. What's the chemical formula of nitric acid? HNO3. Okay. Aqueous. You will get H plus and NO3 minus. Same like sulfuric acid, H2SO4 also will give you H plus and SO4 2 minus ions. I'll write on the board. H2SO4 similarly will split into H plus and SO4 2 minus. You know the valency of sulfate ion is 2, therefore 2 minus ions. You can see in every cases what is common, that is H plus ions are released, isn't it? H2SO4 should be aqueous, okay, when dissolves in water or mixed with water. Okay, so in all cases acids can release H plus ions in presence of water. Did you understand? Okay. Now let's check what are the different types of acids. Okay. There are two different types of acids there. Okay. One is organic. One classification is organic acids and the second one is mineral acids. Let's check what are organic acids and what are mineral acids. Okay. So acids can be classified into two: organic acids, organic and mineral acids. Okay. Organic acids means these acids are originated from plants and animals. Okay. Can you tell me some examples? Yes, exactly. That is like lemon contains citric acid, tomato, malic acid, curd, lactic acid, or even ant contain formic acid. So all of them are examples of organic acid. I'll write on the board citric acid, then vinegar, right? Acetic acid, then what else? Lactic acid, formic acid from ant, formic or methanoic acid, formic acid, malic acid, etc. So many are there. Okay, oxalic acid, so many. Now mineral acids means artificially created acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid, etc. So many are there. Okay, some of them are hydrochloric acid. I'll write the chemical formula on the board. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, etc. Okay, so hope you understood what are the characteristics of acid and what are the different types of acids, right? Okay. So the next part is bases. I have written the characteristics of bases on the board. You can see they are bitter in taste. Have you ever tasted a base? I'll tell you an example. What to say, baking powder, which is used in cakes and rotis and all. Baking powder. Have you tasted that? If you don't taste it till now, you just taste and see what is the taste of baking soda or baking powder, because it's a base. You can see it's bitter in taste. Okay. Then second point is it turns red litmus to blue color. Acids just opposite. They turn blue litmus to red, but bases turn red litmus to blue color. So base and blue. Remember B and B. Okay. In bases, color of litmus will be blue. Red will change into blue. Okay. And the third characteristic is that bases release OH minus ions in presence of water. I'll write on the board. I'll show you. So many examples of bases are there, like sodium hydroxide is a base. It's a strong base. Potassium hydroxide, another strong base. Lithium hydroxide, mild bases like magnesium hydroxide, etc. So many bases are there. So when they dissolve in presence of water, okay, sodium hydroxide in presence of water, aqueous solution, it will split into two different types of ions, sodium plus ion, and what is the next one? OH minus ions, isn't it? Similarly, potassium hydroxide will, in presence of water, will split into potassium positive ion and hydroxide ion. Okay. So generally, when a base dissolves in water, they can release OH minus ions. So there are three main characteristics of a base: bitter in taste, and they turn the red litmus to blue, and also they release OH minus ions in presence of water. Okay, so that's all about bases. We'll learn more about bases in this chapter. Okay, all right. So next we will discuss about indicators. What are indicators? Okay, next part is what are indicators? Okay, so indicators are substances which are used to identify whether a given substance is an acid or a base. Okay, different types of indicators are there. Some indicators will show different colors in different media. I mean, in a particular indicator, one indicator, for example, turmeric. Turmeric is a natural indicator. Okay, it will show red color in presence of base and yellow color itself. Turmeric is yellow in color, right? The same color in acid. Maybe you have experienced that when a curry stain is fallen in your cloth, when you wash it with soap is a base. Okay, when you wash it with a soap, it will turn into red color, and after the soap is gone, I mean, when you wash it with water, it will again go back to yellow in color. Have you noticed that? So turmeric is a natural indicator. I mean, different types of indicators are there. Some will show different colors in different media. Okay, I'll write some examples that show different color in different media. Okay, one is, I told you already, turmeric. Another one, red cabbage extract. Red cabbage, have you seen the salad cabbage? Violet color. Actually, it is called red cabbage. Red cabbage is also a natural indicator. cabbage extract you can take, and you can check with base and acid. It's a you can take it as an assignment that you can do from home. If you want, you can make red cabbage extract, then check with acid like citric acid, a lemon or baking soda, a base. Okay, the next one is litmus solution. Litmus solution is also, litmus solution is considered as a natural indicator because it is extracted from a plant called lichen. It can be also pronounced as lichen. Okay, litmus solution. So these are natural indicators. Some synthetic or artificially made indicators are there, which are also showing different colors in different media. They are phenolphthalein. These are natural. Phenolphthalein, and methyl. Another one is methyl orange. Okay, so phenolphthalein is a colorless indicator, which is a synthetic, artificially made indicator that shows colorless or transparent in acid. Okay, no color in colorless in acid, but it will show pink color in base. That you have seen when you were in 7th standard or 8th standard, I think. I have shown you the same experiment. Okay, and methyl orange is another synthetic indicator which will show different colors in acid and media. So I'll to remember that the color in acid and in base, I'll tell you a trick. Just remember this one. My apple is red. Banana is, what is the color of banana? Banana is yellow. My apple is red, that is methyl orange shows red color in acid, okay, and yellow color in base. Don't forget, my apple is red, banana is yellow. Methyl orange shows red color in acid, yellow color in base. Okay, now some more indicators are there which shows different smells in different media. They are called olfactory indicators. Okay, like vanilla essence, you know, it is an olfactory indicator. Onion, chopped onion, if you kept in a sealed bag, and along with that onion chops, if you add some papers, normal A4 size paper cut into different pieces, and if you add into that sealed bag, the next day the papers will change into olfactory indicators because they absorb the extract of onion, right? So that you can use as an indicator, olfactory indicator, which will show different smells in acid and in base. So onion is an olfactory indicator. Clove, extract of clove, grambu nu nammal parayna san. Okay, clove is an olfactory indicator. Then vanilla essence, etc. They are olfactory indicators. Okay, another type of indicator is that universal indicator. Okay, so compared to other indicators, olfactory indicators, and also the indicators which show different colors, universal indicator has an advantage because you know that acids or bases are of having different strengths. Some acids are very strong, some are moderately strong, some are weak, etc. Isn't it? So this universal indicators will show the different colors according to the strength of acid. You understood? That means in hydrochloric acid, universal indicator shows red color, bright red color, but in weak acids its color will change from orange to yellow. Okay, similarly in bases, they can show in strong bases dark purple color, blue color, and even light blue color according to the strength of the acid that I will show from the lab. You have practical, that time you will understand more. So universal indicator is an advantage because it shows the color according to the strength of acids and bases. Okay, according to the pH of acids and bases. So what is pH and all, we will discuss in the next class. Okay, and the last part of today's class is what are alkalis. Okay, so you know that bases, all bases do not dissolve in water. Only few bases will dissolve in water. Water soluble bases are called alkalis. So I have written the characteristics of alkalis on the board. I told you water soluble bases are called alkalis. I mean, if a base is soluble in water, then it is called a particular name, alkali. Okay. So water soluble base, they are water soluble bases. Second point characteristic is they are soapy to touch. You know what is soapy, right? Okay. Alkalis are soapy to touch, and they are bases, therefore they are bitter in taste. We already discussed bitter in taste, and they are corrosive in nature. Corrosive means can danger or can make harm to your skin. Okay, they are very strong, so they are corrosive in nature. So I'll tell you some examples: sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, etc. They are water soluble bases, therefore they are called alkalis. Okay, so today's class is over. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.